Hello, everyone. Thank you once again for listening to our podcast here, the Quetzal Talk. And today we are going to talk about some skydiving. We have my friend here from El Paso Skydive, Brian. What's up, dog? How you doing, bro?
Doing good, dude. Thank you for having me.
Hey, man, thanks for coming by, man. For a while, we have been wondering about skydiving, and I've been thinking about doing it. So we want to talk a little bit about. Maybe I'll go ahead and push myself to do it one day.
I hope so. It's one of those things that you got to do at least once in your life.
Exactly, man. But everyone keeps telling me it's real dangerous, and I'm like, how dangerous can it be when someone jumps with you? I mean, I'm sure if someone's not gonna risk their lives if it was dangerous just so you could have fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah.
So I'm like, I think it's pretty safe. I like the fact that someone jumps with you. You know what I mean? So I'm like, if he's cool, why would I worry? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's pretty scary, man. Like, how was your first jump? How did you decide to start doing skydiving?
So my first jump was actually not here in El Paso. It was in Austin, Texas. And one of the drop zones called Lone Star. That's where I trained in Austin for my job at iFly as a indoor skydiving instructor.
But what made you decide to start doing that? Like, how did you initially get that idea to start skydiving?
It was just the wish to grow. So I used to work at Topgolf, and I saw this building, this weird looking building growing. And I decided, you know what, let's check it out. And I see that it's about flying, it's about indoor skydiving. And I mean, how often do you get to do something like this?
Right.
So I applied, and luckily after a couple interviews and a very hard fitness test, and I got through, and it was just a matter of going and getting the training, which is about a month.
Oh shit! So you got hired before you even knew how to skydive and all that shit? That's fucking dope, dude.
We're actually one of the few tunnels in the United States that have instructors that started with zero experience. No skydiving, no indoor skydiving. We had no idea what was gonna happen.
Damn, dude, that's crazy. So you went to Austin to train. They sent you from here over there?
For a month, I lived in a hotel, 8 hours every day, just kind of flying, and it was just a matter of one of the things that we do for like training is catching the trainer from maybe 50 feet up in the air. So he balls up, and you gotta catch him.
Without a parent? What do you mean? Like you just throw yourself and try to catch up to him and grab him, or what?
Nope. So part of the instructor job is to keep people safe. So if you go up too high, I gotta be able to stay at the bottom and know how to catch you to keep you from hurting yourself.
Oh, okay.
So during the training, the guy that's been doing it for about 8 years goes up to about 50 feet, looks down at you, tells you, "You ready?" Like, "Yes, I'm ready." Balls up, drops on you. You gotta catch him and keep him safe.
Oh shit, man. Damn, that must be pretty fucking intense, bro.
Oh, it was.
Shit. So okay, tell me about the very first jump, like that very first one. Now, how did you feel? What was going through your mind? And do you think you were pretty damn confident because of the training you had, or?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a little cocky when I was setting it
Oh
up.
shit, yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I'm an instructor. Let me do this." And then when I was on my way there, the drop zone was about 45 minutes away from where we were staying. As I was driving there, my heartbeat went up to like 150, and I was thinking about getting a Red Bull. Nope. I was not gonna make it to the airport.
Hell no, man. Heart attack.
Yeah, there you go. They got us in the harness, and you're signing waivers. They're telling you like if something wrong happens, this is why you're signing this.
Yeah.
So it's always a rush from the moment that you get in the car to know that you're gonna be throwing yourself from a plane.
I bet you that's when shit gets real. No, when you start signing, you're like, oh fuck, what am I doing? No, that's when.
Even today, when I go jumping from time to time, it hits me when I'm sitting in the plane, not before.
Damn, dude. And have you ever had people that just back out when they're out there? You're like, I don't want to do this no more.
It happens.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what happens when you do it? You just, all right, whatever? Or?
Yeah, we kind of like to talk to them, hype them up, trying to get them.
Man, I have a friend who told me this story. Let me know if it's true, man.
Go for it.
He said that he was about to skydive, right? And that they were about to jump. They told him, like, in a minute or something, get ready. And they were there, and then he's like, nah, man, I don't want to do this no more. And that fool's like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. So that the instructor went, all right, man, in 5 seconds, I'm going to pull back. So that fool went 5, 4, and then instead of pulling back, he just jumped. Can they do that, or is that bullshit?
So that happens sometimes.
So it can happen.
It does happen. It just depends on the drop zone.
Mm-hmm.
Like for ourselves here in El Paso Skydive, we don't do that. We like to respect it, because we want you to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you're not gonna have fun if we throw you by force,
But you don't think that after like a few seconds, they're like, oh, well, nah, this is chill then,
Eventually they do.
right?
But I mean, if we always kind of take care of you, because what if there's an emergency,
Right,
You
yeah,
never
yeah.
know. So if you tell us like, hey, you know what, I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
For example, when I did my first solo skydive, right before we went up to 13,000 feet, we're hanging onto the plane. They're opening the door. Eric, my boss, he tells me, "Hey, are you ready to skydive?" And I'm looking nervous.
Damn.
He tells me, "We're not gonna jump until you say yes."
Mm-hmm.
So we make sure that you are 100% sure that you want to throw yourself from a plane.
Shit. So the very first time, bro, you were cocky too, or you were like,
Oh no, I was.
yeah. So has anything ever gone wrong in the air?
No.
Never. Have you ever heard of someone else have a problem that they had to switch their parachute?
It has happened where the parachute may have not opened, or it's what we call a pilot and stow, where there's a little parachute that pulls the main. That's if it stays right behind your back, it's just kind of swinging around. It's not doing its job. So we're trained to know when that's happening. So we pull our secondary parachute, which is called the reserve. I've heard of that happening. It's happened to professional skydivers, beginners, all kinds of skydivers. That's kind of one of the things that happens from time to time.
So is there a protocol if the second one fails?
It shouldn't.
But what if it does? Like, is there something? Like, is there like we jump with other people, so in case you're both parachutes, we could grab you or something?
So no, but we're so confident that that's not gonna happen because, for example, your reserve parachute only gets packed by a professional. Only a certain amount of people are certified to pack this secondary parachute.
And I heard they have to be really well, like, folded and specific.
There's for skydiving, we actually work with the USPA, which is the United States Parachuting Association, and they pretty much tell us like, hey, you gotta be able to check your parachute this many times after so many jumps, after a certain amount of time. If you see this, don't do it. So everything is very detailed.
So around how often does a parachute stay in use? Like how often do they use it before it?
It's for a couple of years.
Oh, it's for a couple of years?
Yeah, I've seen parachutes stay in use for
so they're heavy
10
duty?
plus years, yeah. Yeah, if you take care of them, they do tend to last. There are certain things that if you do, like let's say land on water, that may affect it, or if you drag it or stuff like that. But if you take care of it, it should be able to, be with you for the long run.
Damn, that's crazy. So you fold your own, and then the backup one, someone else has to do it, or they do all of them?
No, so you fold your own. When you're getting your license for skydiving, you actually have to learn how to do it. But the backup one, only a certified master packer can do it.
Right. And if someone wants to go skydive here in El Paso, man, how much does that cost? It seems like it would be pretty pricey to put an airplane in the air and pay the instructor, pay the pilot, and still win profit off of it,
Yeah, no. I mean, it's not that expensive for the experience. It costs $225.
That's not bad at all, man.
And then if you want to add, let's say, an outside camera, which
what?
an outside camera.
Okay. Oh, someone can come in here and record you?
Yeah, someone jumps with you. So a third person.
Yeah.
And they're staying at your side. They hold hands to you. Maybe they spin you around too. So that you can actually get the third person view as well.
God damn, that shit's dope. And how much does it cost to have?
That one would be like $100
extra.
Extra, yeah.
Okay, that's not bad at all, man.
And if you don't want to go that far, we do have all the instructors jump with a GoPro on their hand, so that you can actually see, still get to see it, but a little closer. But you can still get to see your face, screaming, the drool, tears,
This shit's fucking dope, dude. Nah, that's fucking cool, man. And how long does it last? Like from when you jump to when you hit the floor, how long is that? that little jump?
So going up to here in El Paso, we have a Quest Kodiak, which is a pretty really nice plane. It's one of the probably the nicest planes that you can find here in this area of the United States
Oh shit!
for skydiving. It takes about 15 minutes for the plane to go up to altitude, which is 13,000 feet.
Did you say 15 or 50?
No, 15 minutes.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For it to go to up to 13,000 feet. And then once you jump, it takes about 50 seconds where there's no parachute. You're just kind of free falling.
50 seconds? That's a hell of a long time, bro.
And then once you pull your parachute, it just depends. It's between 3 to 5, 6 minutes while you're gliding down.
Right. On the wind and all that shit.
Yeah, the instructor sometimes even lets you grab onto the handles that control the parachute and lets you turn them really hard. You know.
Also, you could do like
Yeah, he lets you
turnings.
play with them for a little bit, and then right when it's time to prepare for the landing, that's when he takes control again, and he tells you, "Hold on."
Right. And is there like training for someone that goes, pays, and then, or do they just go ahead and jump, or like in that iFly, is there like a little training video?
So we do a training video. It just kind of tells them everything that they should expect from the experience. It tells them explains the waivers, everything that they need to know about it. Once the video is done, they actually get to talk to their tandem instructor, and then he tells them how the harness works, what they're gonna do, how they're gonna be landing, what they should do when they're jumping off, what they're allowed to do, what they're not allowed to do, stuff like that. So everything is well controlled in order to keep it safe but fun.
And what are you not allowed to do up there? Like what are you supposed to do as a passenger of these things? Like,
So, for example, when you originally jump, there is some little handles right in front of your harness. That's where you grab on. That's just to keep you from holding onto the plane or kind of grabbing anything that you shouldn't. Once the tandem instructor has everything in control, you're stable, you're falling, then he taps you. That means you can, flail your arms, you can wave at the cameras, stuff like that.
right.
And then, but like something that you're not allowed to do is maybe hold on to like the instructor,
But is he behind you though?
He is, but you'd be surprised. There's some people that are flexible.
Oh shit! They get all scared, so they want to hold on to something.
Yeah, so be careful where you're holding on because you don't want to be pulling the parachute by accident or stuff like that.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they tell you like, don't hold on to me. Have fun.
Basically, just get out of his damn way. You know?
In a way.
Yeah. Don't be like, let's do this safe and just enjoy it and mind your business. That's scary though, man. And what about the planes? Do they get maintained?
They do.
Yeah, that shit seems kind of scary to me. So it's $225 for one of those experiences. That is really good price, man. And so you guys also own iFly here in El Paso.
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about that, man? Because when we tried it yesterday, I could not fucking do it, man. Do you know what I was doing wrong?
You're guessing, or you want to know?
I want to know, man. I want to know what the hell. Because I noticed that on this side, I wasn't flying. I was like going this way. I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this shit, man.
So you actually did really good.
What?
Yeah, like we when I grabbed you and I took you into the tunnel, you were not punching me. You actually held your position pretty well, and it takes a little bit for the person to get used to the wind because you're flying. For example, you flew in a winds of like 100 miles per hour. So it doesn't happen every day. You gotta get used to it.
Right.
Right when I was about to let you go, that's when you decided that you wanted to get out, and you did a really good job by using the emergency hand signal, which was thumbs down. Once I saw that, I decided to get you out of there just to keep you safe and see what was going on.
Yeah, I felt weird, man. I felt like, I don't want to like mess myself up, or it's just, I don't know. I guess I was scared already before, so I scared myself in there. But when this guy went in, you guys flew fucking badass, bro. That shit was dope. That shit's cool. How long have you been doing that?
About a year and a half, going for 2.
A year and a half?
Yeah.
That seems kind of harder than skydiving, no? Because, I mean, there's so much air in your face. I mean, when you fall, you're just falling. This thing's trying to, like, elevate you and should propel you up, right? So it's a little bit harder than that?
It is, because you got to learn how to fly your body. You're not just flopping into the wind,
Right.
So we actually have skydivers from the skydiving area. They come in, they do the same things that they would do in the sky, and then they notice that, oh wait, I'm doing this wrong, and it's kind of messing it up. So that they learn how to fix it. They go to the drop zone again, and then once they do it, it looks they fly even better or more easily.
So, but you have to be in almost really good health condition to do the iFly.
Not really, no.
No.
We do have this event called All Abilities. We have it about every second or third Wednesday of the month.
Oh, okay.
When if you make a reservation with us and everything, we set it up as a private event, and we fly people with disabilities.
Oh shit.
So wheelchairs, hearing disabilities, mental disabilities, all kind of things.
How about like my little sister? She wanted to do it, but she has a hernia in her back, and I'm like, I don't know if you'll be able to do it. Can y'all work with that, or is that pretty dangerous?
I would recommend that they check with the doctors first. Yeah, we're not trained physicians, so we cannot give medical advices. But if you check with the doctor and they give you the green light, we should be able to allow it.
Right.
My brother, he has flown with us twice. He had a surgery with 3 herniated discs.
Oh shit. Yeah.
And there was a point where even he had trouble walking for a little bit. Just getting, used to the pain, used to the soreness, the tense of his back. When he flew the first time and the second time, I asked him after, hey, how were you feeling? Do you feel any pain, anything like that? He said he felt perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that I did feel, my arms felt really sore. They still kind of feel sore, like around here. Is that normal the first time?
That's normal, yeah.
Yeah, and then afterwards, I guess you get used to those movements and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how about skydiving, man? I also have another friend who's, he's really disabled, and he did the skydive. So I'm pretty sure it's less of a stress on your body too, huh? When you're skydiving.
When you're skydiving, yes. Because there's less wind pushing against you. So when you're jumping from an actual plane, the pressure is not that high, so you're not gonna feel the wind like pushing your arms all the way up. You feel a little bit more relaxed. Here in iFly, we have all the molecules of the air like pressed together, which is what keeps you flying.
Okay. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And how do you not fly there? Like I noticed people who just wanted to not fly. They would just like you, right? You would just stand up. So when you stand up, there's not enough area for you to fly, or how does that work?
Pretty much, yeah. So surface area. So when I'm standing up, if I'm standing up straight, the only place where the wind should be hitting me is the bottom of my feet and maybe the tips of my hands or something like that. When you're flying, it's hitting you all the way from the top of your head all the way down to your toes.
Right.
So there's more area, and then the wind just picks you up.
The wind just picks you up. Damn, man, that place is really cool. Have you ever had back to skydiving, man? When you jump with people, have you ever had people like just pass out up there?
No.
No, cause I see these the slingshots videos of the people that get slingshotted, and they pass out a lot, man. It's just like, so I'm thinking like, damn, doesn't this happen when you skydive?
It has happened. There's videos out there.
Yeah, but it hasn't happened with you. People are just fucking excited to do it and
blast. They get out and they wanna do it again.
Damn, I really want to do it, man. I really want to go ahead and try it, but.
And you said you were like a little nervous. For example,
a lot.
One of our guys, which is his name is Sunny D, Sunny Hale. He used to work for the military. He's retired now. He recently retired from the army. But he does tandem. He's one of the best guys that I know in this sport. And every jump that he does, he makes sure that you're having fun all the way from the moment that you put on the harness to the moment that you take it off. I've seen him work. I even took my best friend to jump with him, and no regrets. The whole family loved it.
Yeah,
and hopefully we can get his family to jump in with us next time.
Damn. And how many people can go on the plane with you? Like if 3 people wanted to jump with me, can 3 people go on the plane, or you have to put 3 planes? Or
so they would have to be like holding on. They would have to be doing tandems as well.
What is tandems? I'm sorry.
Tandems is where you're holding on when you have your own harness and you're attached to an instructor.
Okay.
We can't, like, let's say you wanted to go up, we wouldn't be able to have spectators going up with you just because we need to train them on what they can and can't do well on the plane. like when they gotta put on their belts. Like there's this, when you're learning how to skydive, that's one of the things they teach you. At certain altitude, you gotta take off the belt. At certain altitude, you gotta put it on. If this happens, you do this. You know, so it's so we gotta train people. Now, for example, when I went with Daniel today for the drop zone, we had a couple that was gonna skydive, and the lady she was the one in the tandem with the harness and everything. The husband, he was in the pilot seat, in the what's it called, the passenger seat for the pilot. So he gets to see his wife jumping and everything, and then he just rides down with the plane.
So if he wanted to jump too, y'all would have to wait till that plane landed and then go back again, or he couldn't have dressed up too. And
He could have, yeah. We would just have to get another instructor to harness him up and everything.
yeah, that was my question. So like, if this fool and me wanted to jump, we could go do it in one plane. Oh, all right, that's cool as hell, man. That's fucking cool. So how long have y'all been around? Do you know the skydive El Paso?
The skydive opened around March of last year.
Oh, barely?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought it was like old already.
No, we're going for 2 years. It was actually reopened by the now owner Eric Jackson. He also came from Austin, and he is the lead instructor for El Paso iFly. So he's the one that makes sure that everything's safe here and in the drop zone. Before, there used to be another drop zone owned by a gentleman named Bob, but he passed away. So for a little bit, there was no drop zone.
Oh, all right. So that's probably the one I had heard about.
Yeah.
And then you guys came in. So you guys just 2 years ago. And then is that when iFly also started, or
Yes.
yeah?
Yeah, so we opened on April of last year as well.
And how's that iFly doing, man? Is that doing good here in El Paso, or is it?
Yeah, we're doing great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because it's fun as fuck, man. I wish I could I need to go do that again, bro. But I'm kind of scared to do it. But is there anything you would like to tell people in El Paso about skydiving, man? I mean, like I said, I'm sure everyone's scared to fucking just do it. I'm sure everyone just thinks it's really dangerous. But, I mean, what would you like to tell people like that, man?
I would like to tell people that it's one of the safest things that you can do. It's thrilling. You know, you don't have to risk your life because there's always going to be someone that's going to take care of you, like your family. I've met people that professional skydivers, and this one gentleman that sticks in mind all the time, his name is Remy. He's a tandem instructor in Mexico. He told me, when you're taking care of someone, just imagine they're your brother or sister. And, you know, that's the level of safety that you want to keep them, you know, because when you're doing something with someone that you know, like a relative, you want to keep them safe, right?
Right.
So while you're in the harness and while you're in the tunnel, you're family to us. You know, you're not just another person that's giving us money. So we're there to take care of you throughout the whole process.
That's crazy, man. So, and how many, do you know más o menos how many skydivers are in El Paso Skydive?
I would say there's about maybe 100, 200.
Oh, shit, are you serious?
Yeah.
That's not bad at all, man.
And we're always adding numbers to it. People always want to try to jump at least a tandem. And then they say, you know what? I want to start learning how to do it on my own.
So you guys provide that too? Like if I wanted to be a skydiver by myself, you guys provide that type of training? Or?
Yes.
Yeah? How much would something like that cost? Like if I wanted to...
It would cost about $2,000, but you don't have to pay it all in full. Some people do decide to do it, but it's as long as you do at least a jump a month, you can split it into like little payments. The way it would work is you would let us know that you want to start, you know, your experience as a professional skydiver. We take you to ground school, which is an 8-hour course where we teach you everything about skydiving. So how does your harness work, how to do a maintenance check on it. We do that every time. So we do check everything from the straps all the way to the rings that keep it together. We also teach you everything about how to make sure there's no cuts in your parachute, any lines that look maybe a little weird, you know. So when they also teach you how would you say it, what to do if something goes right.
What do you mean if something goes right?
Yeah, so you know, when you jump from a plane,
right,
and you pull your parachute, you still gotta do a certain thing. You know, you still gotta do your checkup. You know, you still gotta be able to look to the sides before jumping before doing a very sharp turn, because you're not the only skydiver in the sky. You know, we also teach you everything that you should do in case something goes wrong. So you know how you asked me earlier, what happens if the parachute doesn't work? That's where you get to learn it. You know, so there's certain things where you say, okay, I can fix this, I can try to fix this, and then you do it. If it doesn't work, you pull your reserve. There's certain things where it's 100% sure that you're not gonna be able to fix it, so just pull it right away.
That's crazy, man. You know what? I remember. I was just remembering. I saw a video where these parachuters they jumped off a plane, and one of them for some reason passed out. Man, he just passed out, and some other guy, I think, caught up to him and opened his parachute for him. Have you ever heard of anything like that happen?
We have heard of things like this happening. Luckily, it hasn't never happened here at our drop zone. But it does happen.
And why would people pass out? I mean, he was going on by himself. I'm sure that he was already a professional. Why would people like that pass out?
It could have been from a lack of oxygen. So if once you're going up after a certain altitude, the oxygen gets very thin. So you're actually breathing in oxygen through some tubes that come with a plane. You know, so if something were to go wrong, maybe you're not breathing the correct amount of oxygen or something like that, you could potentially pass out for a little bit. But even then, you are still you wouldn't, even if that person hadn't opened the skydiver's parachute, he would have been fine.
What do you mean? Oh, because he would have woken up?
Nope. Even if he woke up at the ground, he would have been fine, because there is a little system called the AAD, automatic activation device. And pretty much, if you're going after a certain speed at a certain altitude, the device says, okay, something's wrong, and then it activates the parachute on its own. So if you wanted to, you could close your eyes or pass out, and then before you know it, once you're waking up, there's already a parachute over your head.
Oh shit, that's pretty cool. So you don't really need to control it or something. So you could just pass out and.
Well, that's the worst case scenario. But obviously, whenever you want to skydive, you do want to control the parachute. You know, you want to learn how to steer it, where to land. You know, everything like that. But if in the worst case scenario, if you cannot control it, or you just cannot control yourself, the parachute's gonna help you.
And how fast do you fall with the parachute? Like if you were passed out, and you were gonna land passed out, would you make it?
Yes.
It's not that fast?
No. When you're falling, you're falling about 120 miles per hour, which is terminal velocity. When you pull your parachute, it goes down to about 30 miles per hour, and you're just gliding at that speed.
But that's pretty fast, no, to land?
It is, but I mean, it's better than 120.
Yeah, it's not gonna splatter you all over.
No, you don't actually fall directly down. You're gliding like forward, you know, so
okay.
So it's not like falling from a building, you know. Imagine you're like running at 120 miles.
Right. And I know I asked this already, but I want to go ahead and ask again for other people. So it's only the military that get hurt in the back after a certain amount of jumps because of how heavy their equipment is?
It's not about how heavy it is. It's about like the way that the parachute system works for them.
What do you mean? Like, how is it different?
So, casual or like sports skydivers, you know, we have a system that lets us pull the parachute kind of like in a U formation to make it like a bubble. And it lifts us up. It helps us make the landing go from 30 to maybe 5 miles per hour. You know, so it helps us make it smoother. You know, we can land on your feet. You can, you know, do a little jog, and you're gonna be fine. People in the military, they don't have that kind of parachute. They kind of just pull it and they just fall.
So it's like they can land faster.
Yeah, so they do land a little faster, and they do what's called the PLF, where it's pretty much they roll on their sides. You know, so they kind of bend their knees a little bit, put them together, put their arms together, and then they just roll to the side. You know, so in the long run, just considering that kind of landing and the amount of weight that they do have, it does end up hurting their knees a little bit.
Right. Damn. But there's no way that the one y'all do can do that. That's cool. Yeah, because y'all would tell me that there's people that have like 1,000 or something jumps. I'm like, God damn, that's probably.
The gentleman that you actually met that you saw yesterday, flying in the tunnel, like head down, just going all over the place like crazy. He actually has a little bit over 4,000 jumps.
Oh shit, man! And when y'all do that iFly thing, what type is that? Do people that were there are customers, or y'all just training skydivers there, or?
We do everyone. So,
Oh, okay.
So if you've never ever flown like this, like just like me when I started, we will fly you. If you want to decide that you want to learn how to skydive and get in the tunnel so you can actually get better, we will train you as well.
So a lot of what you do in the tunnel, you could do out in the skydive. It's almost the same.
Actually, everything.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah. So if you have the skills to do it and the correct equipment, let's say you're flying head down. If you have the correct equipment and the skills to do it, we will let you fly head down from the sky.
Shit, man. And how about is there like a weight limit? Can someone really big go there, or how does that work?
I believe it's about 240 pounds
For with skydive,
for the actual skydive. And that's just because when you are choosing the parachute that you're going to jump from, we choose it according to the weight of both you and the instructor is going to jump with you. So there is a limit to how big the parachute can be, or the one that we have at least. So we want to be able to keep a little bit of before under the limit of the parachute.
Right, little slack and shit.
A little slack, so that it's a little slower, a little safer, smoother landings and everything.
So there you go, big people. You're gonna have to get on the damn diet if you want to go skydive. What about the iFly? Is there also a weight limit for that, or can?
300 pounds.
Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty fucking big.
But it's 300 pounds. But we've always, ever since we opened, we have had the mentality that if you're willing to try it, we're willing to try it as well. So if you weigh 310, 315, which I've flown before, and you tell me, hey, you know what? I'm a little bit over 300, but I want to try it.
Right.
You know what? Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, there's speeds to that. How fucking fast the air goes. I know. I would notice. No. Yeah, because I noticed y'all lowered it down with us. Oh, shit.
Yeah. So we do. It does go up to 155 mile per hour. That's the speed that people that know how to fly use. But if we need to, we will bring it up that much for beginners.
All right. So with the iFly, you guys are a little bit more lenient. Yeah, because I was thinking, damn, how much would you have to weigh with the skydive? And what's the youngest that people can skydive, like if they want to?
18 years old.
Oh, you have to be 18 and over?
Yes, just because they do have to sign a contract and a couple waivers. So they need to be able to sign it under their own name and will.
So if you're a kid, there's no place in the United States where you could go jump?
You could probably find a place, not in the United States that I know of, but you can probably find a place. I just wouldn't know
where. Probably Mexico, huh? So, just for it now. But well, Brian, I want to go ahead and thank you for coming over and talking to us about skydiving. Hopefully people out there would go ahead and do it, man, because I believe, I have a feeling it, like if you're a nervous person or, you have some type of traumas. I heard it, I mean, I didn't hear, but I believe, it is my opinion, that it would probably help you become more, más atrevido, more, you'll be more daring in doing shit.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're jumping, it's at least for me, when I have problems, like let's say school problems or just house problems, the moment I jump, it just peace, Just all you hear is the wind going past your head,
Right. It's liberating.
Yeah, it's
to your
liberating.
mind.
You can close your eyes for a little bit too, and just relax. Even when you pull the parachute.
Right.
You're just gliding about 20 mile per hour at 5,000 feet. So, you're doing that for about 4 minutes, and it's just the most relaxing thing that you can do.
And let me ask you one thing. Before you were skydiving, were you afraid of heights, or you've never been afraid of heights?
I've always been an adrenaline junkie.
Oh, right.
I was that one kid that wanted to get in the roller coaster, but they wouldn't let him because he was too tiny.
Right. And they still won't let me, bro. It's happened before. I used to live in Edmonton, bro, in Canada. And they have like the biggest mall in North America there. And inside they have this amusement park called Galaxyland. And I went with my girlfriend at that time. And they let her in. And I was like, whoa. You're too small, bro. With my girlfriend, bro. That shit was embarrassing, but nah. But well, like I said, Brian, yeah, I want to go ahead and thank you for coming over and talking to us about skydiving, and thank all of y'all for the experience yesterday at iFly. Go ahead and thanks for that.
Oh, thank you.
And I want to go ahead and encourage people to go ahead and do skydiving because I'm probably gonna go ahead and do it soon too. And anything else, Brian? You want to go ahead and tell people?
I mean, I recommend everyone to try it as well. You know,
Right.
we do have many programs. Just like I said, we do have the All Abilities program, and during the fall season, we're gonna do the Kids Club program, which is kids between the ages of all the way from 3 to 16 years old, and just kind of like a little summer thing, kind of just imagine you and a bunch of kids flying, hanging out with each other. You get to make friendships.
Right.
Doing something that you wouldn't do
Right.
in other camps.
But this is at iFly, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I don't know if you're down for this, but we would like to, on behalf of iFly, we want to do a little sweepstakes with you guys.
Hey, let's do this, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, at some point in the podcast, I did say, what was the maximum speed of wind?
Oh, hell yeah.
If you can check it out and let us know what it is, we will give you two tickets for 2 flights at iFly.
There you go, people. If you go ahead and so the first people to go there and answer that question, will get 2 free tickets to go there.
Yeah, 2 free tickets to 2 flights.
2 flights. There you go, people. If you could go ahead and research that answer, and the first person to go to iFly and give them that answer, y'all get some free flies there. 2 flies for each person, right?
Yeah.
There you go. That's fucking exciting, dude. And that shit's fun. Telling you, I saw it. Those people have a lot of fun. And you could do some crazy shit once you learn how. And I really encourage y'all to do it. Thank you, Brian. Fucking, you guys are awesome.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you guys for listening. And see you in the air. And let's go fly. Because I believe I can do it.